Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about Just Eat Takeaway finally offloads Grubhub, sells to Wonder for $650 million. So Grubhub has actually been sold a couple of different times from its original founders. They used to be the number one, then they got sold to Just Eat Takeaway after they fell and lost a lot of market share to Doordash. Then there was talk about the owner rebuying Grubhub, and now Grubhub is finally sold again to Wonder. So with that said, we are talking about everything that is being said in this article, how it actually is for DoorDash, UberEats, and Grubhub drivers and customers, and everything in between. So with that said, let's get started. Netherlands-based food delivery company JustEatTakeAway.com said on Wednesday that it's selling its U.S. business Grubhub to New York-based Wonder Group in a deal valued at $650 million, a stark 91% less than the $7.3 billion Just Eat Takeaway paid for the company just 4 years ago. I want you to think about this for a second. They bought the company at $7.3 billion. With a buh. They've tried everything to regain market share from DoorDash, from offering year-long free subscriptions and trials on Amazon, Bank of America, actually recently Lyft. There was a point in time that in the Driven Wyld Discord server, a Discord server dedicated to helping gig workers expand in the self-employment entrepreneurial journeys that they are on, that I was shared an image from one of the paid members on the Discord server stating that being a Lyft Pink member, which is the paid subscription for Lyft, can actually get you a year-long membership to Grubhub. Keep in mind that Lyft and DoorDash have already had a certain partnership as well. So it's actually not all that surprising that this keeps going around. And now because they couldn't gain back a whole lot of their market share, they sold it for $650 million. That is a sharp decline, man. The deal is expected to close in the first quarter of 2025, and Just Eat Takeaway expects net proceeds of $50 million. Wonder, which has started a food delivery business in 2018, has since pivoted to operating delivery-focused restaurants in New York and Philadelphia, will take on $500 million of Grubhub's debt. So in order for them to actually buy the company, they actually need to take on $500 million worth of debt. That's still pretty crazy. And all Just Eat Takeaway is making from a $7.3 billion deal is $50 million. That's like really high level pocket change, but pocket change. The divestiture comes as food and grocery delivery becomes an increasingly unprofitable endeavor for businesses that bet the farm on the model during the COVID-19 pandemic and later when people sheltering in place and social distancing opted to order in food and grocery items they would previously buy in person. Yeah, keep in mind that just because the order flow wasn't increasing during the pandemic, that doesn't mean that it was going to stay at that level. Like, the order flow didn't stay that high because of the pandemic. You want to know when a real spike happened is when we were getting those stimulus checks. That was actually something confirmed by DoorDash themselves. They weren't making more orders. They weren't getting more orders when everyone was shut in. They had more orders when people had money to spend. And with the economy tightening as much as it has been, now people are starting to get a little bit more financially conscious. The food delivery and quick commerce sector saw a massive influx of venture capital and other investment in the following years, with startups like Getter and Fink raising millions and investing aggressively in marketing and acquisitions. But once the world returned to a semblance of normalcy and post-pandemic tailwinds trailed off, the instant delivery model proved unsustainable. Fink is now said to be valued at just under $1 billion, down from a peak of nearly $3 billion, while Getter has retreated, shutting down its operations in the US, the UK, and Europe to focus on its home market of Turkey. Yeah, a lot of people were able to get a lot of money cheap, and then as DoorDash was dominating the market, conquering all of these delivery spaces, they just weren't getting as much. And yeah, DoorDash is still losing money too, but they still have the order flow. What do they have now? As of May 2024, DoorDash has a 67% market share in the food delivery space. I want you to think about that for a second. 67% of food delivery somehow goes through DoorDash. Just Eat Takeaway itself has been trying to sell Grubhub for years. The company first announced it was looking to sell Grubhub in April 2022 to focus on profitability, less than a year after closing the deal to acquire it. But last year, its CEO said a sale was proving to be very difficult. Yeah, but here's the thing. Even the owner was considering buying it back after he sold it that year for $3 billion as opposed to the 7.3 he got it for, meaning that he would net profit of $4.3 billion, which is pretty insane. Obviously, there's probably more to that, but nevertheless. The sale of Grubhub to Wonder will increase the cash generation capabilities of JustEatTakeAway.com and will accelerate our growth. Jitsu growing. Just Eat Takeaway CEO said in a statement. The company said the sale would allow it to invest in countries where it has a competitive advantage and generate free cash flow. A lot of people talk about how they want to leave the United States and go into other areas. The reality is it's really competitive in the US. There's a reason why that everyone wants to do business in America, because there is a lot of money going on here. Housing's expensive, everything's expensive, etc. The economy is just that much better in a lot of places. I'm sure there's somebody that's going to tell me that there's a better economy out there. I'm just talking in a general sense. Wonder's CEO Mark Lohr said that the company aims to create a super app for food delivery through this acquisition. We're excited to soon offer a curated selection of Grubhub's restaurant partners directly in the Wonder app alongside our owned and operated restaurants and meal kits. Bringing Wonder and Grubhub together is the next step in our vision to create the super app for mealtime, re-envisioning the future of food delivery, he said in a statement. Now, I have never downloaded the Wonder app, and I don't even know if it's actually available in my area, but from what I could see on their website, it's not really a food delivery app per se. It's more of a food hall concept, a restaurant concept, and they focus more on the delivery aspect of these restaurant concepts. Almost like a ghost kitchen, almost like food halls. So if you guys want in on these kind of opportunities, I would hop on Grubhub if you can. I know their wait list is long. I know a lot of people have been talking about that, but nevertheless, there is opportunity. I just wonder if they're going to... I wonder if they're actually going to rebrand Grubhub as a whole, or are they going to keep Grubhub as it is and operate that as a separate company alongside Wonder? This is my opinion. It's worth what you pay for it. None of you pay me. There you go. To be honest, this was a long time coming. Even BC in the email that they sent me, subject line was as if it still matters. Because in reality, Grubhub was seen to have an 8% market share. That's horrendous in comparison to DoorDash. It's honestly sad to say that, because I liked Grubhub. They're transparent with their tips. They just upgraded their interface. Card has actually given me problems recently, but that's neither here nor there. But overall, it was a quality opportunity for a lot of people. But you know what else? This is yet again another reason that you should be diversifying your gig portfolio and developing an exit strategy. Who knows what's going to happen to the Grubhub app in 2025 at this point. Eventually, they're going to make changes with Wonder. But that's also why you got to join the Driven Wyld Discord server so you can prepare yourselves for unexpected events just like this. The Driven Wyld Discord community is exclusive for gig workers looking to expand their knowledge and expertise in their self-employment and entrepreneurial journeys. I partnered with high-level professionals to bring you some of the most exclusive benefits based on your personal and professional needs as a gig worker. Professional opportunities and gig postings, live streams with high-level professionals, educational systems designed to help you build your own dispatch company, as well as other scalable opportunities. Whether you're a gig worker looking for more opportunities to earn or an exit strategy because the gig economy is an income bridge to what would be a long-term goal and not the goal, there is something here for you. Check the link in the description and get started on making the most amount of money in the least amount of time and in the safest possible way. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.